Peace, peace, peace. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you who don't know, it's your boy Vic Slain Hope, and I got another video for y'all. Today we are going to be covering the last law of the 48 laws of power, which is Law 48, and this one is assume formlessness. The judgment says, by taking a shape, by having a visible plan, you open yourself to attack. Instead of taking a form for your enemy to grasp, keep yourself adaptable and on the move. Accept the fact that nothing is certain and no law is fixed. The best way to protect yourself is to be as fluid and formless as water. Never bet on stability or lasting order. Everything changes. Before I go into the explanations, y'all already know what to do. If you like the content, like it, share it, subscribe, and let me know what y'all thoughts are in the comment section. Also, I got two links, below. One of them is the link to my book that I just kind of like published not too long ago. If you want to support, you can go get that. Matter of fact, nah, go get that, man. Go get that, right? And I also have a documentary in which I'm participating in this. It's called We Came to Heal, and it's about healing justice, right, in our journeys. Of me and a few of my coworkers at the time. So let's get into the explanation, right? Now, in the book they gave an explanation of like the Spartans, right? And some of y'all seen 300. Now, Spartans had a very kind of like closed off culture, right? They had a war and like like a warrior culture, right? So it says here, when a Spartan boy reached the age of 7, he was taken from his mother and placed in a military club where he was trained to fight and underwent the strictest discipline. So one of the things they used to do is they used to take the kids at 7 years old, right, and just from then to like adulthood, they used to just train. If your son was deemed kind of weak, oftentimes they just left them off in a mountain or in a cave to die off. Which is crazy, right? But this was kind of like part of their culture, right? They kind of like didn't really mingle with a lot of other people. Even the people they kind of like ruled over, you couldn't even be part of their army, or their infantry, like their main infantry, if you wasn't a Spartan, right? Like if you didn't have like that upbringing. So they had a very strict, a very disciplined, war culture, right? They didn't really listen to music. They didn't participate in the arts. Like they was very strict and disciplined. So as times change and as the world, some people develop navies. Like they never really had like full mastery over the oceans and the navies, right? Like that wasn't really their thing. But they had one of the best infantries in the world, right? So as time went on in culture and I don't even believe they even had a money system, right? But as times went on, and cultures change and people adapted to the environment and they changed things about themselves and warfare and different things, they stayed the same, which kind of like came back to like haunt them and hurt them, right? So kind of like Bruce Lee also said this, right? He said be like, I believe he said be fluid, be like water, right? And a lot of times when people know, like some people are stuck in their ways, right? Some people, it's like they're not open to criticism. They're not open to new ways. They're not open to adaptability. They're not open to changing things. They like just doing things the same way. So and sometimes when you constantly do the same things, it's like going to the same bars. Or it's like going to the same places, right? It's like you're not changing things up. So if an enemy has a problem with you or somebody you're an easy target because people know what car you drive, right? You drive the same car all the time. This is just for people who play in the game. And this, we talking about like examples of war and certain things, like, but if your enemies, if you're so rigid, right, it's so easy to figure you out. Like if you got a specific routine that you constantly do every single day, people could figure you out. Another law that kind of like relates to this law is isolation is death, right? Like to not isolate yourself. You have people who think by isolating themselves. That's kind of like what they did. They kind of like didn't really mingle. They didn't really want to they didn't really want to kind of like change up certain customs. They kind of like closed off. They isolated themselves, even though they had wars here and there, but they really isolated their culture, and it kind of like destroyed them in the end. So you got people that do that. They isolate themselves. They don't put their ears to the street. Like I always keep, I'm not in the streets, but sometimes I keep my ears to what's going on, what's being said. Because sometimes if you don't have no clue of what's going on in the world, sometimes that could be a problem. If you don't got no clue what's going on in your neighborhood, right? Like they could be people, like there could be a robbery spree in your neighborhood. And if you don't got your ears to the street and nobody put you on, then you might be susceptible to getting harmed, right? So anyway, the point is, instead of taking a form for your enemy to grasp, just keep yourself adaptable and on the move, right? Accept the fact that nothing is certain, right? So, and that's what it is. Times change, weapons change, strategies change, a whole bunch of stuff is going to constantly change, and you got to keep yourself in the know, right? It's almost like technology, right? Technology is changing at the speed of light, and a lot of people are getting lost and getting left behind because things are changing. It's just like a lot of people are losing their jobs, right? A lot of people are going to lose their jobs to machines in the next few years, right? They already got self-checkout at certain places, at certain restaurants, certain convenience stores. They already got, not convenient, but like CVS, pharmacies and stuff. They already got like self-checkout. So less and less people are going to be doing certain jobs. You get what I'm saying? And if you're not fluid like water, if you're not adaptable to the new times, if you're not going to get on some cyber stuff or some techie stuff or whatever is the new things that's coming up, then you're gonna get lost in the sauce. And basically, that's what the law is kind of like about. Do not stay rigid. Like, always have the ability to kind of like learn to adapt to new things, because it will benefit you in the long run. But let me know what y'all thoughts are in the comment section. Y'all stay blessed. Peace out.